Get ready.
Money in the bank. This sound dank. Yamaha make it good. It ain't no yeah. Money in the bank. This sound dank. Yamaha make it good. It ain't no prank. It ain't no prank. Mama said thank Yamaha 'cause it sound dank. Yeah. Money in the bank. This sound dank. Yamaha make it good. It ain't no. Yeah.
So there's a few more features I want to tell you about now. One of those is the song section. So what that does is there's some songs that are already built in that you can play that are already in the keyboard, but you can also record your own songs by assigning them to different tracks. So you press record over here and then you select what track you want to record to. I already put something together. You might recognize this song. So I recorded all the parts with sounds on the keyboard, bass, drums. The drums I used from the style section. I used one of the disco beats that was in there, I believe disco number 2. And then I used voices to add the bass and to add the piano sound in. But as I did in the track you heard just before this, I can control those parts, take them in and out whenever I want. So check this out. So at any point during the performance, if say I want just to hear drums or I want to take out some background stuff, I can do that. So here I'm going to do a quick performance to show you how I can use track control. Also, I have as my voice, I want to have the CP80 piano, and I already have that programmed into the registration memory here. So all I have to do is click 3, and now I have my CP80. Okay, so I'm going to start out with just the piano on, and then I'm going to slowly bring in other instruments with the track control, and then you'll also recognize I'll bring in some horn parts and then take them out. So this is how you could do this on a gig. Here we go. The live control knobs are another really cool thing to use, especially in conjunction with the groove creator, which you heard me use on the track in the beginning. What I can do with that is I can adjust stuff like cutoff and reverb on voices. I can chorus, resonance, stuff like that, re-trigger rate to do some cool like EDM, DJ effects. And I can apply it to either the keyboard, so whatever voice is on the keyboard, or I can apply it to the backing track. So here's this groove creator track. And what you'll see is I'll start with an intro, which is like the A section, and then I'll use the knobs to adjust the cutoff. So let me make sure, yep. So the knobs are set to adjust the backing track. So here we go. Another cool feature is the melody suppressor. And what the melody suppressor does is if you're playing a track through the speakers, which you can do, so I have my iPhone plugged in to the keyboard and it'll play a track that I've got here open in Dropbox. If you push melody suppressor, it'll take the voice out. It's so cool. So check this out. This is a song I wrote. You'll hear my voice.
So she drives through the big city. Well, I know she's a
So hopefully you could hear that whenever the melody suppressor's on. It kind of sort of squashes the track down a little bit too. But if, you know, say there's you're playing just with this keyboard by yourself solo and you don't have a band with you to play that song, you could take the melody out and you could have a mic and you could sing with your track. And it'll come through the keyboard speakers and go, if you're going out into speakers, it'll go into that too. So that's really cool. So because the quick sampling is such a cool feature, why don't I take you through how you do that, how you sample something from an external device into the sample voice. So what I'm going to do is I have my iPhone still plugged in and you click quick sampling and then it brings up quick sampling, then you press the key you want to record to. So there's already something on this G zone up here, so I'm just going to click it. That's what's already there. And then it says loop yes or no, and so that means like if you press the black key, is it going to loop it continuously, is it going to stop it? And then the white keys, you have to hold it down to get it to loop. So I'll say yes, I want it to loop, and then you press record, and now it's listening, and then I push play on the track on my phone, and then it's going to record it.
wow 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 wow.
And it only records about 5-6 seconds of audio, and then when it's done, it's full, it'll say writing, so it's writing it. Now I've recorded it to the G zone. That's a track, that's a sample you probably heard in the little Yamaha rap jam. So one of the hallmarks of keyboards of this type are to be able to have a style track going with a drum beat and use your left hand to play chords, and it changes the chords with the beat, and you can use a voice in the right hand and you have like a full accompaniment going for you. So let me just show you how that works. So you've got the voice here, so I want to get an electric piano, say. So I've got this cool Galaxy, this cool piano, and then I go to style and I want to pull up like a disco track. So I've got 70 Disco 2, that's one that I really like. Then I can set up over here in the style section, this controls the accompaniment pattern. So I can go to, I want to sync start, so when I press a key, it'll start playing. And then I say I want it to start on main A, which is one cycle. If you push the main A fill button, it'll fill into cycle B. So there's sort of 2 drum grooves for each style. And then intro ending, so I want it to play an intro. So now I'm going to press a key, and I think you'll recognize this track too. Another feature is the DSP, which allows you to add effects to the voices in the keyboard. So when you click DSP, it turns it on. If you want to change the type, you hold it down, and then it loads. So here's some chorus. Sort of gives it an out-of-tune sound. There's also flanger. And there's a bunch of effects. There's more than that. There's even distortion. You want piano distortion. This keyboard also has USB to host and USB to device. Those 2 things allow you to go into an iPhone like I've been doing here, and the device will let you do something like this. You can plug in a flash drive, and like I was playing tracks from my iPhone, going with the melody suppressor, you could use this and play tracks from that too. You click the audio button here, and it'll take you through a list of tracks that are on the flash drive. You can also use it to save your bank memory and other settings that you make in the keyboard to recall and take on and off the keyboard whenever you want. The I/O of the keyboard includes, as I was just saying, the USB host and the USB to device. There's also a spot for sustain pedal, headphones. There's aux in, which is an 1/8 inch in. That's how I was sending sound from my iRig Pro Duo over here from my phone, so I could play sound through. And then there's the 1/4 inch output, so you can send it to speaker system or whatever you'd like. Yamaha has a lot of apps in the App Store that go with their keyboards. One of those I have on my iPad right now. It's called Visual Performer. It's really neat. It'll take these graphic things and it'll sync it along with the notes you play and create these cool colors and patterns and all kind of stuff. So here, let me show you. So I've got Eclipse here. If I play the grand piano, this is the live grand piano number 1 in the voice section. I hope you've seen that this is a very fun keyboard. I certainly have a lot of fun, maybe way too much fun, messing around and playing with this keyboard. I really enjoy it a lot. If you have more questions about it or want to know more about it, you can call your Sweetwater sales engineer and they'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Thanks so much for watching.
Get ready.
Money in the bank, this sound dank. Yamaha make it good, it ain't no money in the bank, this sound dank. Yamaha make it good, it ain't no prank, it ain't no prank. Mama said thank Yamaha cause it sound dank. Money in the bank, this sound dank. Yamaha make it good, it ain't no wow, wow, wow.